Kicking the weekend off with the CSR Originals, time for a little bit of debate. He's down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm here in Pittsburgh. He's Eisenberg. I'm LeBar. Let's talk about the big pay-per-view main event at No Mercy at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. One I've been waiting for a long time, Josh, and that is Brock Lesnar up against Braun.
Man, somebody had his drinks today, huh? Wow. Can you give me one more, Braun, LeBar? Give me one more.
Braun.
Not bad, not bad. A September pay-per-view that's bigger than any main event that I've remembered in the past 10, 15 years is taking place at No Mercy in the Staples Center. Justin, I want your opinion first, because I don't think this is the right time for Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. I know Braun Strowman is as hot as ever, but he's been like that all year long, and Brock Lesnar is always Brock Lesnar. But September, No Mercy, Brock and Braun, why?
Well, I mean, I get it from the business standpoint of the fact that, again, they needed something big to sell out LA, but then I guess that's when I question, why are we going to LA for a September pay-per-view of No Mercy? You know, on the one hand, I mean, I'm psyched to see this match. I really am, but I do have some reservations to it because, you know, I would be worried about if Braun Strowman doesn't win, which right now I don't think he does. If he doesn't win, then I would just be worried about, okay, does that like dismiss him? Does he fall, you know, back in the line, or does he get one more chance and does he lose again? So I guess this is a tough answer, but I guess I will know better how I feel about it once it's over. If they can still find a way to really protect Braun and Brock, then okay. But yeah, this is really throwing me off. I would much rather see this. I'd much rather hold out for another 6 months and see this on one of the bigger stages around WrestleMania season.
Yeah, I would even like it actually, you know, potentially at Survivor Series. I mean, last year you had the mega main event of Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. So why not a year later have Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, a guy that realistically is the only guy that you think could actually kick Brock Lesnar's ass in real life. I mean, this is a guy in Braun Strowman that decimated the entire main event of SummerSlam. He looked unbelievable and continues to look unbelievable. And his feud with Roman Reigns is probably the best feud of 2017. I think if you do not give Braun Strowman the championship at No Mercy, it is a colossal letdown and a huge waste. I don't want to see a dirty finish. I don't want to see a double count out. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar going over on Braun Strowman. If you really think Braun Strowman is the guy, in which WWE should, you put the title on Strowman and you have Brock Lesnar for once be the guy that comes back and chases. I'm not sure how many dates Brock Lesnar will have before going into the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season, but Braun Strowman as champion after No Mercy is the way to go for WWE.
Well, let me ask you this, Josh. One other top story that's come up in the world of MMA, but it is certainly linked to Brock Lesnar, is that of Jon Jones testing positive for steroids, and he's basically going to be facing a lengthy suspension with his UFC and MMA career. So he was, of course, linked to maybe him and Brock having some kind of a UFC fight at some point. That seems to be off the table, at least for years to come. So does that come into play? I wrote about it on Upgroove. I think WWE is no stranger to bringing in outsiders and having them do some entertainment stuff. I mean, does Jon Jones at all change the plans of what could happen between Brock and Braun at No Mercy?
I think it does, but I think they're going to have to dish out a lot more money than they want to for Jon Jones to come into WWE. I mean, the guy doesn't need to go to WWE. He's kind of a fan, I guess. He was, quote, watching and tweeting Brock Lesnar, heading into SummerSlam's main event. But I don't know if WWE can get that much out of Jon Jones on WWE's fan base. I know that there is some cross promotion, there has been before, but do you really think that Jon Jones is a guy that can come into WWE and take the criticism and fans will accept him? I think the only UFC guy right now that the fans could accept is Conor McGregor. I think that's the only guy that they'd want to see, and maybe they just want to see him get his ass kicked by somebody who's 100 pounds heavier.
Well, I think right now Jon Jones is a hot topic, so I think that the entire sports world would gather to it right now. But obviously this is Jon Jones. That's the kind of thing you do for WrestleMania, and I don't know. In 6 months, are people still going to care about Jon Jones when he's just sitting at home, serving another suspension? So very interesting times coming up here. Again, end of September, we're going to see Brock and Braun. This match could truly be a huge indicator in where WWE is moving forward. We know it really feels like they're grooming Braun to be the next type of monster. Reigns is kind of taking over the Cena position in some regards. It looks like they're setting Braun up for the new, not that you can ever duplicate Brock Lesnar, but the closest thing to it. So how they book this will be something for a lot of debate that we'll continue to debate over the next couple weeks. Josh will return with me later this weekend. As Josh, we're going to debate about the glorious one who made his debut on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday. So we'll rejoin Josh. Of course, he'll also have some NXT talk. Juicy Steen will join me. Stick it right here. Share, comment, like, do what you got to do. It's Chairshot Reality on WrestleZone.com.